Hey everybody, it's your boy ChasmRift, and today we have episode 2 of Science with Chasm. This is a series where a failing economics major tries to explain science in both fiction and video games. To our Pokeball works to the mystery of S-cells, we bring you Science with Chasm. Today's episode is about EV training items, also known as power items. While breeding and EV training my Wi-Fi battle and VGC teams over spring break, I couldn't help but think about why these items are given the names they were given, and what is the significance of the name in relation to the stat it trains. Quick note, if you have any ideas, comment down below as it may be used in future episodes along with a channel shout out to you guys. Without further ado, let's get started. First things first, I think we should throw some unbeknownst info on the power items. If you give a power item to a Pokemon while breeding, those IVs the Pokemon has in that stat will pass down to the offspring, but that's not still the most optimal item for breeding. Just so you know, first item we'll go over is the Macho Brace. We've actually seen this item used in episode 8 of the Pokemon Indigo League series used by Sandshrew. But this item is considered the jack of all trades item, as it will double the effort values of Pokemon gains in battle, as it costs the speed being lost. But why is the speed lost with this item? This is a big question that would apply to all of the items mentioned in this episode. To answer this, imagine running 40 yards and timing yourself. Now imagine running 40 yards while wearing football gear. You notice your speed is significantly slower, and that's because the added weight is pulling you down. But the trade-off is, if you're training with a football uniform on, and you're performing the same activities as someone not wearing it, you will notice that you're sweating more, burning more calories, and building up both your cardio and endurance. Now with that done, you can go back to the Macho Brace. The brace simply to what Sandshrew is wearing, very similar to the upper body or full body brace you wear to provide support to your body at limited mobility. As evidenced by Pikachu in episode 8, if used without proper control, you'll be forced into a state of no self-controlling movement, as Pikachu is balled up. Moving on to the next item is the Power Weight, which in battle gives 8 EVs and hit points, or as the young people call it, HP. Like the Macho Brace, it reduces speed. The reason a weight applies to hit points is because hit points, at least the way I see it as, is increased overall endurance and durability. The best way to talk about it is someone who uses free weights at the gym, or people who does a little bit of everything to build their body up at the gym, without focusing too much on one style of working out. They don't get a six-pack, they don't necessarily get faster, nor do they build up muscle, but the workouts makes them healthier than not working out, and if you punch them prior to working out versus weeks of doing free weights, they won't be in much pain because of the workouts, almost as if they have their health increased. Attack is raised with the Power Bracer. This one is honestly one of the easiest ones to explain. Take this footage of me playing Assassin's Creed. The hidden blades used here physically attack the enemies, and Edsel even called his hidden blades, before you knew it was called the hidden blade, his bracer. If that was too simple for you guys, think about when you do a kettlebell swing or you play basketball. Sometimes you'll see people with gloves or armbands to provide comfort, support, increase performance in attacks, and heavily involve your hands, wrists, and or fists. Defense is held by the power belt, not that type of belt. This took me some thought, but I remember about my days of working out in track and field. One day during spring break, I was doing squats, and I wore a squat belt to provide me back support and contributed to more success in performing squats. In relation to physical defense, I would say we should take the expression watch your back as both literal and a figure of speech. When you have your guard down and you don't watch your back, your defenses are its lowest. That's where most sneak attacks occur. So as you're using a squat build, be sure to watch your back in case someone tries to stab you in the back or hit you while you're not looking. Power lens is what helps with special attack. Special attack, unlike physical ones, not require the physicality of the body, but rather focus and concentration. When you wear glasses, you protect your eyes from dirt, bugs, etc., or it helps strengthen your focus and vision. Or even people flying personal planes, they wear goggles to protect their eyes from the wind to allow them to efficiently work. Or even blowtorches being used. You wear a mask to protect your eyes, otherwise you become blind. Protection to your eyes allows for more accuracy and efficiency, otherwise you'd be missing solar beams like focus blasts. Power band is an interesting one, but I think I figured this one out. The power band in relation to special defense, or as I like to call it SPDEF, has to do with resistance bands. You've seen these before in the typical gym. They may be tied to a pull-up bar to help you perform exercise, or you may see them tied to a machine or to yourself to provide resistance in a routine you're working on. What does that have to do with special defense? Well, after careful consideration, I conducted that this has to do with the name resistance. As we stated above, special attacks are using energy or beams and requires more focus and mental strength than physicality. Resistance bands test your body when it comes to outside forces, such as gravity resistance to your own weight and strength. Obviously, in the real world, you can't do workouts with a resistance band and expect to tank a bullet. But if you are able to condition your body, master outside forces like gravity, kinetic energy, inertia, or even Archimedes' principle. Archimedes' principle is that if an object is submerged in water, the buoyant force exerted on it is equal to its weight. You know the expression people make about skinny people? Like, this person weighs 180 pounds when wet? Well, this applies to it. Think about the move surf and being submerged into it. If that isn't resistance, then I don't know. Finally, there's Power Inkling. This item focuses on the speed of Pokemon. This would be simple. Like the Macho Brace example, imagine running a mile as if you're in cross country and timing yourself. Now imagine running the same mile with 10, 20, or 50 pound weights on your ankles and try to either match your original time or surpassing it. Yeah, good luck with that. Bring yourself down and try and perform the same task at the same speed will require extreme amounts of training and concentration. When you lose weight, you become faster than you previously were, so mastering the weighted ankle training will increase your speed drastically. That's it everyone, we learned new things about such simple items. Wait, we forgot about another effect of EV training. Pokerust. The virus that, when infected, it ironically increases the performance of Pokemon. Just look at it like permanent steroids, nothing more, nothing less. Alright, now we're done. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like down below and also a subscription. I'd greatly appreciate it. Check out my Twitter, Twitch links down below. Same for our Discord server for new peoples. And remember guys, this video hits, let's say 10 likes by the end of next Thursday, then you'll get a new episode. Otherwise, we'll be having this come out every other week or whenever I feel available to push out the content. Anyway guys, I'll catch you all later. The gates fell open, I guess I gotta close them. So, bye.